What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to episode 3 of the 70 Challenger build. Today we're going to have a lot of content for you for the front brakes here. I'm going to end up cutting the brake job into 2 videos instead of just one because there's a lot of content here. If I put them both together, we're going to be looking at like a 25-30 minute video. So I'm going to cut them up into 2 parts. I'm sorry it took so long to get this episode out. I had a lot of parts to order. You'll see all the stuff we had to go through in the video, but let's dive into it. All right, everybody, we got all the brake stuff here. Let's do a quick unboxing. So these are from Dr. Diff right here. These are for the rear brakes. When you're converting the rear brakes to disc, you need to go with green bearings. Again, these are from Dr. Diff. Not too bad, not too pricey. Other front rotor. Proportioning valve, some fittings for that. It's always good. And we have the booster itself. These things are heavier than I remember. So there's that. Alright. Rear e-brake cables. Brake tubes, brake lines from the hard line to the spindle. Mounting brackets for the caliper on the rear. Rear rotors. Got seals, nuts, all that, all your stuff for mounting onto your spindle on the front. And here, these are going to be the spindles. Let's take a quick look at that. Nice and packaged. So there's your spindle for your disc brake. The other one's in the box here. Back in here. Goes out of the way. Mounting hardware bolts and your brake lines. So that's it. That's everything you need for disc brake conversion on an old Mopar. Okay guys, so we're gonna start removing the master cylinder on the car right now. So right up in there, you can see it's a little tight in here, so I'm not going to be able to get footage of taking this off. But if you can see here, these 4 bolts hold the master cylinder. Then we'll just remove the pedal right here, this long bolt right up in there. So those 4 bolts plus that, and then we'll be able to pull the master cylinder outwards through the front of the car. The bracket, support bracket, and everything else will be retained and used on the new install. So let's go ahead and get this popped off. Okay, so we have the 4 bolts for the master cylinder taken out. We have the main bolt out for the brake pedal. Also, make sure you either disconnect your brake switch or battery, because your brake lights will go on, and if you don't catch that, you're gonna kill your battery. Let's go check out the front. So here we are at the master cylinder. Disconnect your brake lines, so that way now we should just be able to wiggle this thing out here. So quick reminder before you do this job a day or two in advance, or maybe just every day, hit these with some WD-40. Promise you won't regret it later because they're pretty tight and you don't want to go stripping those out. But master cylinder's out. Also put a rag underneath for any brake fluid that catches out. I mean, obviously we're not going to be doing anything crazy with this paint right now, but still, if you have a new nice car, put rags down, catch that brake fluid. You don't want it ruining your paint. All right, so the new booster is installed. Got it there. We'll hook it up to the pedal now, but it's a good thing I'm doing this now so I can plan ahead before the wheels and tires get here. The previous brake lines, because the booster pushes the master cylinder so much more forward, these lines are obviously not gonna work, so I'm gonna have to replace them or figure something out here. So we'll see what I come up with shortly. Okay guys, so we're gonna get started here on the brakes. So we'll do a quick time lapse pulling this off and see how it goes. Spindle and drums are off. Eventually the tie rod end, that support strut, the shock, upper bushings, and the control arm are all going to get replaced along with the new torsion bars. But for now, we're just going to replace the ball joints since we have them easily accessible here. Everything else can be replaced quite simply without removing the ball joints again. But just for now, since I have the ball joints here, they're cheap right now at O'Reilly, so I'm gonna go pick some up and grab that. Also here, I cut this brake line off because it's pretty tight up there. Let the WD-40 do its thing before I reattempt and strip that out, because then we're gonna have no fun with that. So new ball joints, and we'll have the new setup on here soon. So these are threaded ball joints, and it's pretty big, so sometimes you need a really big wrench to get these little guys out. I already broke it loose, but yeah, fun stuff. It's all mounted up. Now time to do the other side, but you already saw how this is. You just repeat the process for the other sides. All right, everybody, master cylinder is fully installed. Unfortunately, we weren't able to reuse the line lock that was installed with it. I had to extend this one here, but this tubing is very, very stiff compared to modern copper stuff, so I wasn't able to get a good flare on it. I guess that's okay. I don't really want to use it anyways, so I went ahead and just made my own brake line right here down to the distribution block. So it's ready to go. Also, the fronts are done, so we're going to jump into the rear now. So once again, guys, that's going to do it for this video. The rears are going to take a lot of content too, but this is what we got done for this episode. Booster, master cylinder, new brake line, and the fronts are completely done. Still waiting on the wheels and tires to come in. Here on this side also, I had to replace this upper control arm. The ball joint was seized up in there. When I finally got it out, the new one would not thread in, so went ahead and just replaced the whole control arm here. That's partially why this took so long to get a new video up, is waiting for that control arm to come in. So we're going to stop it here. We're going to call it good. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll have that one out a lot quicker than this one, I promise. So that's going to do it for part 1 of episode 3. I'm sorry I have to cut it into 2 parts. The rear is going to be a lot of footage too, plus the wheels and tires will be here. So we'll put those in part 2 of this episode 3. Again, sorry it took so long. That control arm took a while to get here. So I hope you guys like all this. I'm trying to get a lot more footage of, the time lapses, the work, So I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and I have plenty more coming. So just stay tuned, guys. Thank you for your support to the page. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, help share the channel, guys. We're trying to grow this so everyone can enjoy this too.